Hi, welcome to Encouragement for Today. I'm Pastor Emily. This week I received an email that's been rolling around in my head all week in a really positive way, and I want to share it with you. Our puppy had to have surgery on Monday, and it's been pretty heartbreaking to deal with because he's this innocent, adorable, sweet as can be puppy who has joint problems already and had to have a lot of problematic cartilage removed. But on Tuesday, we picked him up from surgery, and I had to cancel an appointment. I was embarrassed to cancel it because it was for picking up a puppy, and I didn't know how other people feel about pets. And I just made the small comment that it's amazing how strong a bond I already have with this puppy, and that he has a place in my heart. And it was a small reference to, I'm hurting quite a bit right now. And I got an email back from this individual that it's made me think about faith all week. So I would like to read it to you. Yes, puppies have a way of crawling into our heart. And when there's a surgery involved, we feel it too. I might get a little choked up here and there, so bear with my pauses. This is not the first take. She said, I'm always touched by the way that in the Gospels we find that Jesus was moved with compassion. That's what's happening when we feel for another, even a puppy. What they feel, we feel. That's compassion, feeling with. So in my prayer, I'm asking that you will also be moved toward the kind of responses and care your puppy needs. That's a Jesus thing. As we brought Jax home on Tuesday, we put him in the backseat of the car, and he was whimpering a little bit, and I was moved with compassion. My heart went out to this poor little guy, and I thought, what does he need? How can I move towards him in a way that helps meet his need? And so I put my face inside my hand on his face inside his cone. And he was able to take a breath and settle and lay down on the seat. And his limbs weren't so tense, and he was able to settle. And I thought more about this email. It's a Jesus thing to feel a compassion that draws us toward the needs of another. In the Gospels, there are multiple places, especially in Matthew, when Jesus looks out at the crowds and he's moved with compassion. There's a time in John where he sees a woman crying who's grieving the loss of his brother. And it says Jesus was, he was deeply moved in spirit and troubled. And he later weeps about it. I looked at this innocent puppy who's done nothing wrong, and part of me thought, I get why some people don't believe in God. It's really hard to look at things that don't make sense, that don't seem just or right, and to still believe that there's a creator who loves us at work through all this. And then I thought about, well, if I believe Jesus is the Son of God, I believe that God was so moved with compassion towards our hurts that he came to us in human form, that he wept with us, that he taught us, that he suffered with us, and encouraged us to love in the way that he modeled, a love that may not be able to eliminate suffering, but a love that comes towards and meets needs, that feels the pain of another. So whether it's feeling moved with compassion towards a puppy or towards a family member, a coworker, a friend, somebody on the street, somebody in the grocery store, when we're moved with compassion, as the email reminded me, it's a Jesus thing. We'll talk to you again soon.